all the reasons that I have mentioned.
Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Katrina Shanks.
Mr. Speaker, it's my pleasure to take a call on this bill this afternoon. This legislation reinstates the Queen's Council after Labor removed it in 2008 and replaced it with Senior Council. You've got to ask yourself, why did this move happen in 2008 when the society didn't ask for it, the Bar Association didn't ask for it, lawyers themselves didn't ask for this change? And I was reading the minority report of the Labour Party view, and this pretty much hits it on the head. It says, the last Labour-led government ended a number of links to our colonial past. These include a final right of appeal to the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, comprising mostly British judges and sitting in London, the award of knighthoods and other honours of English origin, and the annual practice of appointing a small number of barristers to the rank of Queen's Counsel. Now, if that is the direction that government was going in then, that is not a reason to change Queen's Counsel at all, because if it's not broken, why change it? And so when you think about what this legislation does, is it just reinstates how it was before 2008. It ensures there is an independence of the inner bar by placing practice restrictions on Queen's Counsel, so that in most cases they will have to be sole barristers rather than lawyers in a partnership. So what we're trying to do is reinstate independence and the perception of independence, which is really important for the public to have confidence. The big argument that we've had in this House, especially during the committee stage, was around transparency of appointments, and that is important, that is addressed. A Cabinet has made decisions to repeal the provision of the regulations which provides for a selection panel and replace it with an explicit requirement for consultation with New Zealand Law Society and the New Zealand Bar Association, which is going to give it a lot more transparency than what it's had in the past. And I also want to talk about the comments about women not being able to become Queen's Counsels because it's too hard. Well, actually, we do have women in Queen's Counsels, and I think Tim McIndoe made a really good point, that we have got more women coming through law school, more women who are making their way through firms and going out on their own now because there are more women in the pool, and that's going to grow and grow and grow. And Charles Chauvel is saying we're going to stop it. And one of his points was they won't want to be a Queen's Counsel because they won't be able to get paternity leave. Well, actually, that's not true. They can get paternity leave. I do understand the point. And going out on your own is hard. It is very hard. If you're self-employed, you can get paternity leave, actually. So it does work. So at the end of the day, it's about women going out there and backing themselves and believing in themselves. And I think it's absolutely wrong. And you put down women if you don't think they can go out and back themselves and achieve and become a Queen's Counsel, because they absolutely can. Mr. Speaker, I believe that the Queen's Counsel provides official recognition of excellence, recognition that reflects the highest standards of legal advice. I commend this bill to the House.
Andrew Little.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a pleasure to stand again to talk on the Laws and Conveyancers Amendment Bill.